And we have legs, bums and tums. So this is like an old school, you know, the real Jane Fonda, lying leg raises, using your own body weight to tone up the legs, bums and tum here. There is only one round. The repetitions and the time is going to be different for each exercise, and you will need your chair or a step or something for you to actually have your feet on whilst you're on the ground this time. But only one round. Run through it all and then stretch it out. Take your feet wide and arms up, and then just alternate tapping towards the opposite foot. So keep the legs as straight as you can. You want a little bend, arms straight, just getting that twist across the tummy. We're going old school today, team. Legs, bums and tums. Alternate a little lunge forward. Keep the shoulders back. Hands on the hips. Make sure your back's straight. You don't want to be bending forward from the hips here. And then just take it into a squat and heel tap. Nothing too strenuous, so just a little top half squat, raise the leg, bring the heel up to your hand. Halfway through your warm up. So take the feet wide and let's go from the top. Tap it down, arms up. Get that twist right across the belly. And bring it back into your little lunges. Make sure you're bending the back knee, take the back heel off, shoulders and back straight. Good. And your last 30 seconds, take it into your squat and heel tap again, one last time, and then we kick off. And let's get ready, get set, and let's go. Only one round here. We start with our squat and turn for 30 reps. Let's go. So 1, 2. So squat down, reach the arm up in the opposite direction, diagonally up, and turn on the same toe. This might be one of those sessions where you need to pause to finish your reps if my pace is too fast, and come back to us when you're ready. No problem with that. Don't rush it to keep up with me though. Do make sure that you finish your reps or your time given. Nice big stretches, turn it up, get that stretch and that twist across the belly. Last one, well done. Front to back lunge, 10 each leg. Let's go. So forward, swing it back. Oh, we remember these, Tara. You are now thinking, yes, we have done them before. So remember, The work comes from bending that back knee, keep the shoulders back and that spine nice and straight. We don't want to hunch forward from the hips in order to complete the lunge. And if you need to bring your foot down in between to rebalance you, it's fine. Excellent, and change sides if you're keeping up with me. You might find that one side is a bit wobblier than the other as well. I know I do. How's your pace? Excellent, good. Come onto your back and your feet are on that step. So one foot comes up and you bring it underneath the other knee. This is a challenging one, I know. You want your bum up as high as you can. You want to keep breathing. And you sweep the foot underneath the other knee. Now, if you do find this too challenging, you can just bring it into a single leg bridge up and down. Otherwise, bring it up, sweep it under and up. Now, yes, your hamstrings, the back of your thighs are burning right now. That's where they should be feeling it. Pull the tummy in and breathe. Just bridge it up and down in a single leg bridge if this is too challenging for you. One more. Good. Turn over for your rolling plank. You know this one by now, guys. That's it. Forward and back. So remember, this is the option on your toes. Roll forward and bring it back. You also have the option to drop it down to your knees if that's what you need. And remember, as I said, let the work of lowering the hips down towards the floor come from the ab muscles controlling the movement and not just thrusting your hips towards the floor and back. Whichever option you take, belly in and breathe. Good. Come onto your side. Side plank raise, 25 each. Oh. So options are feet together here, raise yourself up and down through the feet. Please make sure your feet, your hips and your shoulders are aligned. So just make sure that your feet aren't really far in front. You just want your whole body to be in one nice long line. Push through that elbow. Now here is an option. Bend the bottom knee, but make sure those knees are still aligned and the foot comes round behind and your knees and hips are aligned. And try not to turn your head round and stare at your feet. You want to keep everything nice and long and make sure you're breathing. Please make sure your shoulders are in line with your hips and not leaning forward. Good, change sides. Let's go. So, higher option here. Breathe. Keep everything aligned. Or bend the knee back and take this option if that's what you need. Make sure you're breathing. Just a few more. Excellent. Come onto your bum. Take your hands together, shoulders back. Now roll back, drop an elbow down to the floor, and then come on up. It's very common to roll your shoulders and your upper back forward in a hunch position here, so please make sure you're keeping them back. Drop that elbow all the way down. It doesn't count if your elbow doesn't hit the floor. Thanks, Tara, they all say. It's all out of love, I promise. Everything we do is in your best interest. I do assure you of that. Shoulders back. If you do find that this is just not an option for you, you can always just bring it into a regular crunch if you need to. How are we doing, team? You're almost there. Guess what? You're already halfway through your workout. That's one. Excellent. Come down to your back. 25 reps of your heels only bridge. So point the toes up. Make sure your heels are dug into the floor and bridge your bum and your hips up and down. Try and get your hips in line with your knees. And when you come up, give the butt, give the pelvic floor, and give the belly a squeeze. But keep those toes off if you can. Make sure you're breathing. How are the backs of those legs feeling, guys? Hold on. Excellent. Come up on your feet, plie squat. So feet wide, turn the toes out, come up onto the toes. Arms are wherever's comfortable for balance. And squat down as low as you can and up. Now you want to keep your heels off the floor throughout all your reps, if you can. But make sure your knees are coming out, you take the bum back and you're keeping your shoulders and your back straight. This is a challenging one, I know. How's your balance? Pull the belly muscles in to balance you. Breathe. Please make sure you're not tilting forward. Keep the shoulders back. Last one. Excellent. Standing leg raise. 15 each side. So, straighten the leg. Raise it in front. That's actually as simple as it is. So it seems. Shoulders are back. Your only aim here is to get that leg as high as you can. Belly in. We want to try and keep the rest of the body as still as we can. Excellent. Change sides if you're keeping with my pace. Pause it if you need to. Your alternative options here are just to not take it as high. So the higher you take it, the harder you work. Excellent. Last one. Good. Deadlift to kick, 20 each leg. Now, we did this with a knee raise last time. Yeah, this time we take it to a kick. Now, can you continually do this without bringing your foot down? And again, there are a few things we're focusing on here. Shoulders are back. Back is straight. Belly and breathe. And try and keep your hips as square as you can. Now, if you need to hold on to something for balance, do. If you need to bring your foot down in between to stabilize yourself, then do. Otherwise, we're going to try and keep going. How are we finding this one, team? How are we finding it with that kick? Pull the belly in. You will have a wobble, but just lock down the heel and lock down that big toe. Really push them against the floor. Last one. Change sides if you're keeping up with me. Pause it if you need to. Now there's going to be one side that you'll find that's wobblier than the other. After this, you come down to the floor and you have one exercise that you repeat on each side and you're done. That's exciting news, isn't it, team? Again, if you need to bring that foot down to the floor to rebalance in between, go ahead. How are we doing, team? You're nearly at the end, so there's no point giving up now. You may as well just finish. Last one. Well done. Come down onto the floor, lay on your side and straighten that top leg up and down. Now, I know this seems simple, however, please make sure your hips are facing forward. So when you raise your leg, if you find your hips are turning up to the ceiling, take your hand around, push your hips forward, and then only take your leg as high as it can go before your hips move. You're better off not going as high and keeping those hips forward. Make sure your shoelaces and those hips are forward. Good old Jane Fonda. It's all about the old school Jane Fonda, especially when it comes to legs, bums and tums. A couple more, you change sides and you're out of here. Let's do it. Go. Or if you need to pause it and finish up, then do. Breathe. Keep those hips forward. We're looking at the end here, team. So hold on. Last one. That's it, team. You are done. Roll it over and lay on your back. Hug your knees in. Rock them side to side. You made it. Just breathe. Enjoy the fact that it's over. Drop your knees to one side and arms to the other. Now, my question for you is, how are your legs, your bum and your tum feeling? Are they feeling good? Are they feeling worked? They should be feeling tired. So let's give them a nice little reward change with our stretch. Nice deep breaths. Come on up on your feet. Take one leg straight back. Just stretch out the calf. Lean forward on the other knee. Shoulders back and keep breathing. Change sides. Well done. Foot to bum, knees together, roll it forward, and just take the moment to give yourself a pat on the back. Well done, team. Change legs. Nice deep breaths. You'll be out of here in just a moment. Feet wide, roll it down, hands to the floor. Give the back of the legs a stretch. Just hang here for a moment and breathe. Come on up. Stretch it to one side. And to the other side. That's it, team. You're done. See you next time.